is something we all need to fight, come together, because men account for 79% of suicides. 1 out of 5 men say that they're lonely, and they're depressed because of loneliness in some sort of way, maybe minor or like a strong depression. And even doctors in some countries are more likely to tell man to man up than to actually go to therapy. And then, like, what do we do with the society? Like, how do you make it normal? You understand male pain much better. You've gone through it yourself. You talk about it.
Of course.
And now your whole purpose is to actually get more men together to feel less of this pain.
Yeah. I do think it starts at a cultural level.
Okay.
And I actually think that the work that you and I and a lot of other podcasters, YouTubers, I think it's very important that young men have somebody that they can look at and see like a healthy version of processing pain, expressing emotion, talking about feelings, talking about personal growth, like thinking about these subjects. I definitely grew up in an environment where none of the men around me were expressing these things or talking about these things. I had to learn it the hard way and go make a lot of mistakes and go to a lot of therapy to kind of figure a lot of this out myself. And I think the best thing we can do is just through our role in the culture, normalize it and make it so that the young men listening to this, like, feel like it's normal and okay to think about these things and talk about these things.
But why do you feel society, they would rather see dead men than vulnerable ones? Because the number of suicides and deaths are just increasing, and still people want a lot of people to just man up.
Because it is historically the role of men in society was protector, provider, right? Like, that's most of human history. If I look at my father's generation and my grandfather's generation, like, I remember my dad told me, so like, I grew up frustrated with my father for not emoting enough and telling me what he thought or felt enough, or maybe showing appreciation for me enough. But I remember talking to my dad once, and he said that that my grandfather didn't hug him until my dad was 50 years old.